everyone, welcome to this week's blog. Today I'm going to help you learn how to give your audience a blast from the past in order to grow their neurotransmitters. This sounds pretty crazy, right? But I've got a story that goes along with it. About a year and a half ago, I took one of my very first digital courses. It was when I was starting to think about really launching my business and going full-time versus just having it be a side hustle. So I was so excited to enroll and get into a business training, sort of a business strategy, how to build your business type of course. It was very well recognized, and it just seemed like exactly what I needed to do. So I enroll in the course and I immediately get my access, and all of a sudden there's just like so much information. It was information overload, and I didn't know what to do. Like, there was a schedule for the program and different modules, and it was broken up and all that good information, but it was just like it all hit me at once that I enrolled in this course and I started looking at the content, and I was just completely overwhelmed. I felt like I wasn't ready for the course and the content, even though I really was. It made me feel almost a little bit self-conscious. Like, here's all this information, all this stuff you can do. Now go do it. Like, here's the information, go. And I just felt very unsure, and I realized maybe I wasn't ready for this. And what ended up happening was that I didn't even complete the first module. I just totally stepped away because I didn't know what to do with all this content. The reason I'm bringing this up is because I don't want people to feel this way about your content, that someone gets so excited and they enroll in your program, and then as soon as they hit that first module, that there's so much information, they don't know what to do with it, and they check out. Because it has nothing to do with somebody not being ready or too much good stuff. Like, it has nothing to do with that. What it has to do with is the preparation and getting that person ready to receive the information. So as you know, we've talked about over the past couple blogs, Gagne's 9 events of instruction. And the first 2 events are to gain your audience's attention and to help your audience understand the journey that you're taking them on, what the objective of your content is. So today we're going to talk about the 3rd event of instruction, which is recall, and helping your audience understand what they already know in order to bring the new information or the new learning into context for them. So I actually just gave you an example of this. As I was just talking, I took you back to what you already knew, what we already covered, which was the first 2 events of Gagne's 9 events of instruction. And so now, because I brought you back to what you already knew, what you already learned, now I'm going to teach you the next step. Think of the memory recall as sort of like tuning up a car. If you've had a car that's maybe sitting in your garage for a couple weeks, or you're even running it all the time, it needs to be tuned up, and you need to sort of refresh all the things inside, clean them out, get them ready to go again, and just almost like new, but kind of greasing the wheels and stuff like that. Our brain sort of works in the same way because you have different allocations of memory. And when you're teaching somebody new information, if you don't go back and pull from what they already know, it's going to be hard to create new bridges for new knowledge. So the idea is that you give them something they already know, so they're at point here, and we're going to give them new knowledge here, and we're going to try to bridge that gap in between the 2. And there's many advantages of doing this. First, it puts the learning and the information that you're giving them into some sort of context, so that when they get all this information, they can actually kind of go back and see how it fits into whatever they're doing or whatever experiences they've had. And be able to say, oh, I've done this, and this new thing is sort of like that in some ways, it brings it into context. The second reason to do this is that it helps them remember it better. It helps them learn it faster. It helps them remember it. It even helps them apply it more because, again, they're going back to that old information nugget and they're strengthening that bridge. They're adding more support beams and more help to keep it stable. So it's helping them actually build that knowledge. It's and helping them remember the old knowledge better and be able to take on the new knowledge more efficiently. So what are some ways that you can actually do this when you're delivering content? I've told you why it's important. How do you actually help people recall what they already know when you're delivering your own content, especially in a digital environment when you can't necessarily be face-to-face with someone and have a face-to-face conversation? So one way to do this is to do some type of survey and ask for people to rate their own understanding of an existing topic that may be related to your new information, to help them get into the mindset of thinking of that topic or theme. And then you can also have them rate sort of where they think they stand with the new information. Do they understand it a little bit? Do they understand it a lot? Is this program going to be a refresher for them? Help them sort of dig into their own brain a little bit and have a little bit of self-reflection to gauge on their own where they are at. And again, this can be done by a survey. Another way to do this is to have a discussion. So again, you can ask people through discussion, what is your previous experience with doing this, this topic or something similar, and just have them kind of go back and think about where it's been and bringing those past experiences into the forefront of their mind as they start to learn the new content. I really want you to be able to be someone who is a well-known thought leader, who's a leader in your market, who is able to deliver effective and efficient information to people so that they feel empowered to use it. I'm not looking to help you be another one of those speakers who just talk on a video and call it training. We are here to help people learn better and to take your information and embody it. So going back to Gagne's 9 events, let's recall that first event is to have a catchy headline. The second event is to help your audience understand where they're going. And the third event that we talked about today is to recall prior knowledge. So let me know what you think. Drop me a note in the comments below. Have a great day.